Back in this beautiful city, this town we call ours. Had such a great dinner with the family. Oh my goodness. Stopped and had a quick drink with wifey and the kids. Good day was had by all. If you let me tell it, that's the story I'm telling. How's everyone doing out there in this YouTube streets? We're going to take a ride through New York City. Who knows, we might talk about a few there. A few times. You know, there was a curfew today. Everyone had to run and hide. Couldn't serve any more alcohol past 10 p.m. Looking cute, Elvis. Thank you. You are appreciated. Ha ha. Thank you. I was going through my storage looking for these flannel shirts that I had like last year and even the year before, I think. And I saw this blazer and I was like, oh, let me put this on. It barely buttons, but I like it. Today's a curfew night. Everyone had to shut down. No more business. No more serving food. It's kind of crazy. And then on one of the store fronts I went to pick up a nightcap. You know, you have to buy food. So I was like, I'll take the cornbread as well. And everyone is just terrified. All the store owners, everyone, all the bars, everyone is terrified. It's like my city is becoming a ghost town. This 10 o'clock curfew thing, it's ramped up. It's so, what are you gonna do? It's like, it seems like no one wants to fight the good fight. So, driving through my city, and I'm taking you with me. And let's see what we got here. This is 35th and 8th Avenue. 35th Street, 8th Avenue, West Side. Curfew was 10 o'clock, it's 11:42. And when I say curfew, we're talking about businesses, restaurants, anything like that, all had to be shut down. But if you're McDonald's, you can stay open. And if you are like doing construction or infrastructure style jobs are open. Because there's some sort of what is that called? Essential, and what is essential and what isn't essential kind of a thing. You know? Let me see if I can read any of this stuff here. Looking cute, Elvis. Thank you. Who is that? Rockwell. Then we have Edwin Energy Delos something or another. Haha. Another Rockwell. We have a curfew at 9 p.m. until December 1st and through the 3rd. Worst COVID case in the country. Yeah, did you go to the hospital to confirm that? When did you think? When do I think this will end? I don't know. Good question. Exactly. Only thing is open is the Walgreens and the Walmarts. Yeah. Getting out of New York City while you still can. I'll get back to those. Yeah, you know, a lot of people say get out. Where are you going to go? That's some of the problem. It's like, where are you going to go? A lot of these states are not accepting you coming from other places. Where will you go? Yeah, who gets to determine what is, you know, what's legal and what isn't legal? And people are letting fear truly determine that. Fear is dictating everyone's moves. And I think it's pretty sad. It's a good thing I lift my head up and I go through life fearlessly. And I can't be mad at anyone else that doesn't get that in this reality that we're in this, you know, in this construct. This construct that we're in, everyone dies. Everything dies. Nothing lives forever. But yet we are all fear-based and afraid to die. What's up with that? Movie theaters have closed. What's going on with that? Look at this guy. Yep, propaganda is everywhere. Don't get it twisted. Everywhere you turn, propaganda is everywhere. This is 41st and 8th Avenue. And these are the people that are waiting to get on the bus going to Jersey, here to the far right. They're going to West New York. And they're waiting for those buses to take them. Did you hear about Elon Musk taking the COVID test? No, I didn't hear about that. Big wigs testing negative and positive at the same time, on the same day. What a joke. Yes, that is a joke. I just came from dinner, by the way. And because I'm a chef, it was kind of cool that I was able to call my family over, come downtown and meet me, and we were the only ones in the restaurant. So that was kind of cool. You know, we were out of there by 10 p.m., but there was just no one there. And we had an amazing, we had a whole fish, we had a whole duck, well no, half a duck, a whole entire fish, crispy with the head, everything on it. It's supposed to have been much more hotter. But you know, I had the kids with me, so the chef was a little nervous to make it too hot. And I'm telling him, listen, these kids, they can eat hot food, it's not a big deal, don't worry about it. But they took really good care of us, really big, huge meal. That was just amazing. But everyone is suffering, you know, everyone is suffering. Everyone is suffering. Let's go to the 52nd. This is 52nd Street. Better ask yourself. It's good to see a few people out here. These are all tourists. None of these people are New Yorkers. Elon is an alien. Well, he sure looks like one. He's playing the part of he's playing the part in the brain chip, so he is an ally. He is an ally. You've got a wife, Elvis. Watch yourself. Rockwell. Ooh, no. What do I have to watch myself for? Rockwell. We're talking about Elon Musk? What are we doing? Look at that. What a great shot. Take a screenshot. Make sure you get people walking. Look at this. Oh, those women going by, it looked like I was checking them out. No, not at all. Not at all. I was actually just moving the camera, just showing people, like I'm a people watcher. So I wasn't checking out chicks. Hell no, I do that with men, everyone. Get to know me is to see that I do that to everyone. I am a true observer of people, and I like to study the matrix, and I like to study, you know, just people and the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they speak, act. I'm really into that. And then honestly, if I'm with wifey and there are beautiful women walking by, you know, I insist on looking. And she insists on looking with me. Not a big deal. And she's totally hetero. She's not in any way, shape, or form into women, to my chagrin. But, you know, can't have everything. And I say that in jest, of course. But it's, you know, ever since we've been together, you know, when I met her, she was so young. You know, she was like, you know, she's 19 years old. And I was in my 30s. So I was, from very early on, always enjoyed the beautiful sight, you know. And I love sunsets and I love beautiful people. And I don't have a problem with looking and even verbalizing just how, wow, look at that. That looks great. And then she's so quick to point out the big booties. She's like, look at that butt. Look. And I'm thankful for her. Trying to figure out whether it's real or not. Let's figure this out together. Like a team. Closing off the streets. A lot of times they close off the streets just to make it look like there's some traffic. So the city doesn't look so dead. I no longer have a restaurant. What cuisine does your restaurant cook? I no longer have a restaurant. I had a pizzeria that I wound up selling, and I've been in the pizzeria business for a decade. And I've owned a few different ones. I've partnered up with a few. But being a pizzeria is a job. It's not really a business. And the only way to truly make it a business is you have to dumb it down completely. And you'll have to own about 3 or 4 of them just to generate a realistic income. And it would require you making a very small percentage from each of them. Like maybe, if you're at 25%, that's like really difficult to do, but doable if you can come up with 25% profit. So, pizzerias are basically making about as much as a Subway sandwich shop. So the average Subway sandwich shop makes $2,500 a day, 25 to 3,500 a day pre-COVID, and a pizzeria averages around that same amount. So you can generate about 25% after 2 to 3 years. But if you open up 3 or 4 of them, then you can do that for 10 years and then retire. It didn't quite work out like that for me, but I'm no longer in the restaurant business. I am doing personal chefing. So I make everyone's dreams come true. I like to make jokes like that because, when you wake up in the morning and you smell that fresh waffle being cooked, and because and then your kids get to wake up to a really amazing meal. I'm that guy that can provide that, for the right price. And of course, with my skill set, I can work in almost any American home as a personal chef for the family. So most of my people are just like, husband and wife, 2 kids, 3 kids kind of a thing. And then you have there'll be staff there. There'll be the nanny. A lot of times there's 2 nannies. Then you have the people that actually clean the house every day, And so I work for people that have like a staff, I'll be part of the staff. And I get paid that way. So I've been doing that since before the pizzeria and after the pizzeria. So that's the kind of guy. That's the kind of chef I am in this big old town. And the good thing about this city is, when they go on vacation, you still get paid. And a lot of people, they do vacations, 70 days a year. So, being a chef in this town is very lucrative. Very lucrative. The highest paid chefs, from what I know, though, in this town are the vegan chefs. And the vegan chefs are getting starting at $800 a day. So they could go all the way up to like $1,500 a day. Between $800 and $1,500 a day for a good vegan chef. That's what's great about this town. There's something for everyone here. So many different classes, from just the over rich. They got the new money. The people that hit the lotto money. All kind of money. Just different levels of just money flowing in this town. This is Columbus Circle, by the way. This right here is one of the richest buildings in most expensive residential buildings, I believe. $1 billion. Look at that. Bing, bing. This is where they filmed that. They filmed the scene in that movie Cloverfield. This was the building. One of these buildings was like smashed up against the other one, leaning. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Vegan is all right, I guess. Yeah, vegan is just a bunch of processed fake food, to give it the flavors. I just don't understand why people want the flavors of, like, they're like, oh, I want oxtails, and you make them these vegan oxtails, and it has like the flavor of the oxtail, but it's like just freaking, I don't know. I just don't get it. Why don't you just enjoy the cabbage? Stop playing with it so much. Putting all this monodiglycerides on it to make it taste like something it's not. I personally don't get it. Then it's like a lot of, I don't get it. But I do know the power in eating grains and, cutting down on all that breads and pastas and all that kind of stuff and all that cheese and that lactose. I know, what a difference it makes in my life when I actually leave that stuff alone. So, the carbohydrates, the breads, all that, the waffles, the pancakes, the corn muffins, the cheesecakes, all that stuff, man. It's definitely, I know, a problem. But, I can cook it. I can chef it. I'll make it look like $1 million. So, there you go. But I don't know if I'm going to be in the chefing world too much longer. I am too busy doing this writing. Believe it or not, I am writing. I've been writing for years, though. Just never did anything with it, Just always was a contender, I always could have been a contender. I could have been a contender. But I'm going to concentrate on the writing in a little while and just keep doing this, not day trading, but, almost doing some day trading, riding the stock market wave, the S&P, and learning about stocks and doing all that kind of stuff. Stepping up my game from a retail investor and to an actual pretty competent one has been very, very cool. So I do enjoy chefing for people. I do what I do to other families, I do with my kids. So I like practice on them. But it's a real simple thing. Just people, when they have money, they're not cooking, man. They're going to pay a guy, and if you're fat, you're going to get hired. And if you know what you're doing and you don't have an attitude, you got a good disposition about yourself, you're going to win. I've been seeing this car lately. Pulsar 1. Everybody's coming for Elon. Coming for Elon's neck. It's definitely a pretty vehicle. We're about to drive by Balenciagas and Bloomingdale's. All these people, let's not forget. Elvis, what's your heritage? I guess I'm a black Puerto Rican Jew. Would that help? Does that work? Or a Puerto Rican black Jew? Or a Jewish black Puerto Rican? Allegedly, by the way. Electric cars can give you cancer. Oh my God. What's not giving us cancer? Riding is good. What up, Chef? T. Riddler, what's poppin'? Future, what's poppin', dude? Good to see you, man. 5001. Fruits and nuts and flakes. Yeah, tell me about it. Earthy, crunchy people. I don't even know why that's there. Crazy people. Oh wow. Do you do gluten-free and dairy-free dishes? Yes, I can do that. But my clients, if I pull that out, they'll fire me. These people are from my clients that I'm dealing with now. They're from Texas, and they keep the Coca-Cola stocked in the refrigerator, and they want $100. They want $100 steaks put on the grill at a medium rare. So I got it pretty good. I got it pretty easy. Give me a rich Texan any day. Hey, remember this was all boarded up the other day? Now it's no boarded up. So what are they saying? That this was all about what? Like, if Trump wins? Look, there's more boards there. Hello, Elvis. Who's this? Scissor hair? I can't even understand what that says. Sorry. Did anyone hear me on Star? In the Star report this last week? I was on twice this week. Can you cook a rosa con popo boricua style? Yes, I can. I learned how to do that first as a kid coming up, like when I was in my early 20s. I wanted to open up a Spanish restaurant in the back of a bar, and I did that for about 30-40 days. So my first business when I was 21 years old was, well, in the restaurant field, I got an opportunity to open up a kitchen. They gave me the kitchen in the back of a bar, and I hired this young Spanish chick, and I was like, I'm gonna bring Spanish food to the hood. You know, I just caught myself sucking my teeth right now. And somebody hit me in the comment section. It was like, yo, dude, you got to stop sucking your teeth. And I never heard it until right this moment. Me sucking on my teeth. You see? I need your help. I can't be a great YouTuber without y'all. Oh, wait. This is Bloomingdale's right next to us. I don't even recognize it with windows. Yeah, so Bloomingdale's took the boards off real quick. I think like 2 days ago. 3 days ago, they took all the wood down. What did they do with all that wood? Did it all just go to waste? Did Habitat for Humanity get that wood? That's because Biden won. Yeah, they took the wood down. What are they saying? That the people that go for Biden are going to be violent? Like, that's obviously what they're saying. They're saying that, okay, Trump didn't win, so take down the boards. Biden ain't giving no one $1,200. Okay, I didn't. That's random for me. Maybe that's an inside chat thing. I don't know. But I think the $1,200 thing is over. No, that's over. That was a one-shot deal. You know, my only thing is, you know, they put up all this wood up against all these corporations to somehow maybe deter violence during the election. Joe Biden supposedly wins, so they pull the boards down. Had Trump won, would the boards stay up? What are they saying? They're saying that the people that vote for the Biden people, the Democrats, are violent, and they're going to tear the city down. So I'm just confused. Are they being respected? I mean, is it like is it just some gangster stuff? Like, listen, man, if Trump wins, all these social justice warriors are going to come out of their homes and they're going to tear the city down. Okay, they got this thing is blocked off. This is Park Avenue we're on right now. And that's the MetLife building. Look at that. Look at the light of the MetLife building. Just imagine that's the moon. Okay, and when you go deeper into it, it'll kind of show itself. Not with this zoom. This zoom is not working good enough. I'm thinking I got my SLR with me. Are you going to take the COVID vaccine, Elvis? I plead the fifth on that. I don't want to be on the record anymore with that answer to that. If you watch me long enough, you know the answer to that. No, it's not over. We're going to shut down again, and the government releases the stimulus. Then, oh, right. So if the government shuts down again, they'll give another $1,200. Is that what you're saying? Biden ain't going to give the $1,200 because Biden won. Props for you so being so eloquent. Ooh, appreciate that. Unless you're being sarcastic, then we all know you from Star, Big Elvis. Okay, yeah. What? All right, let me get back to anyone see me on Star and anyone hear me talk about how possibly we're living in some sort of construct and how this is possibly some sort of loop, a proverbial loop, one in which I have no facts. I have only ideas. Oh, look at this. Look at that. So beautiful, yet so unreliable. I'll take the Acura NXS. Give me that, because that Ferrari is going to break down. The NXS won't break down. Allegedly. Yeah, I was on Star and I was talking about how we're probably in some sort of loop and this is just a repeat of itself. one, we already know that not that we already know, but ideas that possibly, I don't even know how to say it. I can't. I need another kind of rhythm. I need a rhythm to get into that conversation. The NXS will last forever. All you need is an oil change. Facts. Okay, thank you, Rob. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, man. Somebody that's smart, that understands this. Who's this? Rob Lowe 2000. Yo, what up, Rob Lowe 2000? How you been? Yeah, man, the NXX is like the supercar to have, because it even has a button you can press where you can turn down that muffler and you can drive into your home in your neighborhood without having that loud sound, but yet you can press another button and it connects the muffler and you sound better than everybody else out there. You'll sound better than all those Hondas, I'll tell you that much. You'll sound better than half of the Ferraris. The Lamborghini sound, though, is hard to beat. I ain't gonna lie, but still, it's comparable. Let's see if it'll work this time. You see, MetLife. When I was a kid, that was the Pan Am building right here. MetLife building was the Pan Am building. The ones who have the planes. And they used to have like a little museum in here. Like you said, when I was a messenger delivering packages at 21 years old, they used to have like this amazing lobby inside the Pan Am building where they had all these planes and all these kind of like models and all that kind of stuff. That was really amazing. Underneath us to the right is a block called Vanderbilt. And they have places like this. The Yacht Club. Or the Yale Club. I mean, if this don't look like Gotham City, then what does? going 27 miles per hour. The speed limit is 25. Enjoying the ride? You are appreciated. I appreciate the people that keep popping in and out while I'm riding through my city. Up and down, around and around. There isn't a block I won't go to. There isn't, in any way, shape, or form, a place that I just won't go. Or I'm even nervous about going to. So, if there are any requests, feel free to do so. I'm going south down, what is this called? This is Park Avenue. That was the Lamborghini. I say we follow the Lamborghini. The Lambo is soft as hell. Okay. I like your energy, Rockwell. I see we got somebody from Connecticut in the house. Okay, that was the Edwin L. Enemy de los... I can't even read the other part. Sorry, guys. It was crowded before COVID. You already know. You look so crowded and expensive to do anything. Yeah. Who wants to go over the bridge into Brooklyn? Who wants to go to Brooklyn? Hear you. Alright. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Turn off the Telemundo and go to sleep, Edwin. Oh, you roasting people. Oh, man, what's going on? What have I missed? Yeah, you know, actually, one of the times when I was part of my awakening event in front of my eyes. This is the Williamsburg Bridge. No. They staged an event right in front of me. Up in the heights. I saw them. They had like 20 people to the side, and it was like all waiting and waiting and waiting. And then they were like, okay. And the people didn't move fast enough that they actually said, action, actioni, or whatever they said. I was like, what? This is a staged news call. So that was like right around like 2014 when I started to wake up. Yo, take a screenshot of this. This is fire. I was gonna jump on the highway, but let's go local. Folks trolling like the hate room. I see that. What's your cash app? $ Elvis Rosenberg, capital E and capital R for the Rosenberg. So it's $ capital ELVIS, capital R. This is all one word. OSEBERG, Rosenberg. This is Williamsburg, but we're leaving Williamsburg. We're like at the edge of Williamsburg going towards, I think that's called Bushwick, Greenpoint, Bushwick, something like that. And then we'll jump on the Kosciuszko Bridge up into Queens. to the left, above us to the left, is the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. This is Union Avenue, and the block that we're on is Borinquen Road, I think it's called. And there's only a few blocks, and then it turns into, I can't remember, Bushwick Avenue? I can't remember. But it turns into something. And this is Lorimer. We're close to that L train. If you look at the map, the New York City train station map, the L train is right near here. This is Lorimer Street. And it's now Grand. Yeah, we're on Grand and Lorimer. Behind us, it was the Borinquen Road. It was like 3 or 4 blocks. And I think it was very, oh, maybe I get gas. Let me get gas. Here, you people want to know where you get gas? Look, you go over the bridge. 2 minutes from the bridge, you got this place here. Konoko. And you back into the spot. You see this guy, he's like leaning. He doesn't know that this spot here, you back into it. And it's $1.99. That's a pretty great price. What's up, man? 87, fill it up. Here you go.
Cash?
Your card. And what's the price on the card? Is it different, or is it the same price?
It's the same price.
It's 133. You are appreciated. Look, think about that part. Boom. I finally washed my hair after about like
Regular, right?
after like 9 days.
Regular, right?
Regular, please. And then I'm gonna still, even though I'm paying with charge, I'm still gonna give them the dollar tip. You know? I used to pump gas when I was a kid. I was happy to get a quarter, 50 cents. I used to do that for a couple of hours. And that's before it was like, now it's all degenerates that do it. But this is one of the few places here in Brooklyn where I told you, Grand and Lorimer. So a block from that, which is, you know, we're still on Lorimer Street. Lorimer Street and Marjar. Lorimer and Marjar. No, not you. She's like, huh? What you say? You know what's doing. Yeah, I did a gas. So now, you know, people keep asking, where the hell do you get gas? Yeah, you might have to drive into Brooklyn to get gas. We have to pump our own. Yeah, New York, you have to pump your own too. this is just one of the few. There's like only 2 in New York or 3. There's one in the Bronx. There's one here in Brooklyn that pumps your gas for you, but it's not, because the way it is, it's such a small, weird spot. They need to like do that for people. I'll ask the guy. Let me do that. My friend. That's for you. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How many gas stations in New York are like yours where you pump it for the people?
For day?
No, you know how you pump my gas?
Yeah.
How many gas stations in New York like that? Because you know New York is self-service.
Yeah, I think so. Just this. Yeah, I know. I don't know.
You don't know anywhere else?
Yeah, just here.
Okay. Where you from?
From Africa.
I get that. Africa's very big. 53 countries.
Yeah, Benin.
Benin?
Benin.
Benin.
Yeah. It's close for Ghana, Togo.
Close to Ghana and Togo.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. How long you been here in America?
I'm 2 years.
2 years, okay. You working on that English, right?
Yeah.
Going to school?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good. That's good.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, how many languages you speak though?
I speak French.
French? Parlez-vous français?
Oh, oui. French, Espagnol.
Español?
Puis,
Tu sabes español?
yeah. Poquito português.
Oh, Portuguese. Fast.
Yeah. For my country, I speak 7 languages.
In your country, oh, the
Yeah.
different dialects,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, do you speak Mandingo?
Yeah.
Ah, how good do you speak Mandingo?
Please?
You speak Mandingo?
No, Mandingo. No,
Oh, no, you
no,
don't speak Mandingo.
no.
Oh,
I
okay.
speak Eve, Otokoli,
Do you
Basila.
clock up?
Yeah.
No?
No.
No. That's my favorite.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I hear the girls go, I'll be like, oh man, gotta talk to that girl.
Very good.
All right, my friend.
Okay, thank you so much.
Be good.
Thank you. Have a good night.
America!
Yeah.
You know, I know. This is a little illegal right here. Let's move. Thank you. Yeah, you got to talk to the people. He thought that was hilarious. But a lot of these Africans, they tell them when you come, oh, this guy just lost his hubcap. That's funny. You don't really see hubcaps flying off of cars in 2020. That's hilarious. Used to be a very poor neighborhood. Working class families, very lower middle class. Now it's like, I mean, there's no more middle class anymore, really. There isn't, but what's left of it is the only ones that can afford this. This is Metropolitan Avenue. This is the new thing, the post-COVID thing, where regular stores, the delivery bikes are now part of what you see. Is this guy getting pulled up? No, it's not getting pulled up. You now see delivery bikes on just regular delis and stores. You know, there's that much. People are just that stuck in the house. People are just that afraid. Let me see if I can tighten this. There we go. You know, the news would have you believe that this is a dangerous place to live and place to be. You know, it's so not true. It's so cool. Brooklyn is really cool. Just so very great. Yeah, New York is getting shut down again. I think the world is getting shut down again. You look at what's going on in Australia and Italy and Britain and all these places. They're like, you know, there's a whole, and they are using words like New World Order. You know, we have to assimilate to the New World Order. I mean, so much information is out there as to what's going on. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I'm on the roller coaster ride with you. You know, I'm on this ride with you, but I know that I'm sure it's been done, you know, many times, many what iterations of this reality, but it was just that timeline. You know, like when they dig down deep in the ground, they keep finding all these different lines, these different faults. Oh, this is so cool. I love taking pictures of these things. I have a bunch of pictures of these things. I love these things. Let me show you. Somebody better get a screenshot for me. That right there. You can win a Pulitzer off of this picture. Look at this. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. That should be my thumbnail. If I was a better YouTuber, I'll put that in the thumbnail. Well, that's only because, you know, let me not go there. See, you can't find this on the highway. You know, I remember when I was a kid, you know, when the garbage man would come and he'll find something that big and that cool, they'll like attach it to the front of the garbage truck. You know, and you'll see once in a while, you'll see that truck that has, you know, the bear, the huge bear that some weekend dad gave his child just to piss the mother off and get it all in the way of the house. You know? When I was a kid, I used to ride my bike in this neighborhood with my brother. Oh, my favorite junkyard is gone. Wow, this right here in front of us is a junkyard. And in here will be packed with hundreds of cars. And I remember I bought all control arms for my Mercedes from this place. And I also got a side mirror for some sort of Ford I was driving when I was like 20 years old. But now it's gone. Everything goes away. Everything dies. Why are we so afraid of everything? Why are we not fighting? Why are we not stepping up? Why are we not just being true Americans here? I've seen that junkyard in movies, I think. Possibly. It's been here since I was a child. And let me tell you, it's gone. Everything goes, everything dies, everything changes. But then it all comes back, then it all loops. And it gets redone and recycled. This is another bridge one. I should do a whole video just taking bridges. Oh look, here's another gas station. I've never been to that one. And we're on Metropolitan Avenue heading into Queens. We're on the edge of Brooklyn going into Queens. So if you looked on the train map, I see you, sir. If you looked on the map of New York, Manhattan, we're on the east side of Manhattan. The east side is Brooklyn and Queens. So the Williamsburg Bridge, we took that, and now we're on Metropolitan Avenue going towards Queens, and that will lead us to another bridge that'll take us back into Manhattan. And these are more junkyards here. More junkyards. The Western beef. When I was a kid, I used to bag bags, bag people's groceries for tips. I remember that very well. I ordered some new shocks for the vehicle, so the next week you'll hear this thing sounding a lot quieter. Ooh, now it wants to show off with the loudness. We're gonna turn here. This is Flushing Avenue. To the right of us is Brooklyn. To the left is Queens. We're right at the border of Brooklyn and Queens. I could be wrong, but not by much. Matter of fact, I could go to my maps and show you. Yeah, I'm in Queens now, right? Yeah. Flushing Avenue. We're gonna go underneath the Kosciuszko Bridge. I believe that's the way I'm taking us. Flat Fix is still open. That's cool. See, Brooklyn still got it popping. Border of Brooklyn still have it popping. I passed it. I see that. I did pass the Kosciuszko Bridge. Very good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Thanks, man. You are right. I did pass it. It's far to the far left of me. That's funny. What's down here? Come on, let's see. What the hell? Whoa. I think this big clown face across the street might have something to do with the. You know, I've been driving over here, has been closed for so many years. This is the first time I've driven under that tunnel in 15 years. They would always make you drive to the right and take that shoulder. And this little community here to the right is an Irish community. So all the little stores and all the little people, you talk to them over here, they're all Irish. Heavy accented Irish. And there's only like 4 or 5 blocks, and it's all to the right of us. And a little bit to the left, but it's very bizarre. They have a community like that up in the Bronx too. It's off of 233rd Street. They have this small little like 5 square blocks of just Irish. And this community is like that. %, on the battery power. Let me plug this in. And this in front of us is the Long Island Expressway. Take us to Long Island to the right, deeper into Queens and into Long Island, and then of course to the left will take us Now that you've been here a minute and 33, wait, an hour and 33 minutes, maybe I'll talk about what I was talking about on Star. And that was about the possibility and the probability, or just let's just spitball it. Let's just take one of those beer pong balls, and let's see if it could get it in the circle, get the ball in the beer. You know, it's nothing wrong with all of us coming up with an idea of what we're in and what this reality is. I think we should all be contemplating our existence in such a bigger way, because why not? We're only here for about 80 years, and they're doing everything they can with all this processed foods and all the deodorants and all the soaps and the baby powders. They're doing everything they can to give us cancer and get us out of here in our 50s. They're like, fuck that, we don't want them to have 30 more years, and they're just whatever. I can't even finish that sentence because I can't even go that disgusting in my brain, but let's just think about how this existence that we're in, we're only here for the most part 80 years. And do you want to live your whole life only from the lenses that you're wearing them? Like, you don't want to change, you don't want to grow, you don't want to question anything, you want to just pick up your phone and ask Google, or you want to just ask Alexa or Siri where the answer is. And I just think that we really need to knock that off and just look at the great trick that's being pulled on us. Red light, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Okay, that's one way to get to where you're going. In the Honda. That's a family vehicle, sir. What are you doing? But we're on this potential ride. All right, let's talk about this. Let's have a thought experiment. Let's just new thought experiment. This has been on my mind for quite some time. I've talked about it before. What if from birth there is something attached to our subconscious, something physically attached to our subconscious, like a direct link, like a straw. I don't know what kind of straw. The straw is just a word to let you know about the connection. Like you're drinking a Slurpee, right? And you're sucking through a straw. There's this connection to our subconscious, and there's this straw attached to it from birth. We have it. It's dangling from wherever it, it's like, but we just can't feel it. We can't touch it. We can't see it. But it's there. And all around us, there could be these entities, these living, I wouldn't say breathing, but their interpretation of breathing, living, breathing, alive, thought-based entities that are maybe even community-based and have structure systems in place, but we just can't see it. We're given these eyes that we have, and these eyes are able to they're limited on what they can see. It reminded me, and I like to give this example. This is not my first time doing that, but the example is the movie The Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. In the movie The Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, you had this monsterish being that we find out through watching all the other movies, that the predator is not a monster. The predator is just a species, and the way they get wrecked or live their lives. We just passed Queens Boulevard, by the way, and the way they get wrecked and the way they live their lives is through traveling through the universe and finding challenges and hunts, and they like to hunt prey. And a lot of the prey that they're hunting isn't something that that they can even see with their eyes. So they have this helmet on, and this helmet allows them to be able to see different with different lenses. And because Arnold Schwarzenegger realized that he was looking through infrared in order to see him, so he covered himself up with mud, and this mud allowed him to be a lot more stealth, and he was able to fight this, what appeared to be an unbeatable, through technology and just straight up fear, an unbeatable foe, or unbeatable, no way you can win this. But he was able to win this by recognizing that this thing couldn't see him with the eyes that it was given. It had to use a helmet, and that helmet had technology. So what I'm saying is, why do we accept the reality that we can only see what we see and that's it? About this feeding tube that's attached to us from birth, and it's directly linked to our subconscious, and that we might be to some degree assigned some sort of entity to us, or they could just be all around us. So while I'm driving in this car, to the left of me, to the right of me, there could be things that I just can't see. I can't feel, I can't touch. And I don't have that luxury that the predator has to be able to press the right buttons, to be able to see, to be able to use the proper lens to be able to see what is sitting right here. And potentially what's sitting right here could have been sitting here my whole life. Maybe it was even assigned to me at birth. So we have these creatures that are sucking our feeding from our subconscious. All of our fears, all of our desires, all these different things are all becoming part of its way to survive. And I've been thinking about like how I'm addicted to sugar and how I've gained 75 pounds. Arguably, I'm basically a 300-pound man. There are times when I might jump to 320, 330, but then I bring it back to 300. So I'm at that 300 spot again. I would love to get back to the 225, the 230. But it's the sugar that I'm attracted to, and I'm addicted to the sugar to the point where it's really, really difficult. It sucks, but it's like I almost have no real control over it. And I was thinking about these entities, like these entities are just like feeding off of our, like all of our fears and all of our desires and all of these things. Now we got even that entity probably addicted to some sort of, like, the fact that we're like in this sugar world where everything is processed, everything is overly saturated with fats and all these different ingredients. Is it possible that we've like ruined the lives of even these entities, and in turn they're ruining our lives? They're now addicted to the pain, addicted to the misery, and it's like this system that we're in possibly has the helmet. They have that predator helmet already, so they're able to see and they know what's going on, so they don't mind screwing us over. They don't mind legislating that we don't know what's in our food, legislating that they don't have to even tell us any of this stuff, legislating that these chemicals can be grandfathered in. It's like humanity needs to be destroyed to some degree because we're like in other words, if someone passes these glasses over to you, like the They Live glasses, and that's that movie with Ronnie Piper, and it's a really good sci-fi movie, and he wears these glasses. So you like, let's say you're in office and they hand you these glasses, they look around you and you're like, oh my god, what the hell is that? They're like, you've been carrying this around all your life, this is what you need to do to get rid of this, or this is the way the world always is, and the world is just killing itself and we need to clean it. So we're gonna have to get rid of 100,000 people. I'm going deep into Queens. I'm like turning around. And we need to kill off a certain population. And all right, makes sense. But my point is that to just think that that's not possible is to be stuck. Let's not be stuck. Let's open up our minds. Let's let the ego go. Let's recognize that we can only see what we see, and we don't have that luxury of the Predator helmet that we can punch in a few things, beep, 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 and next thing you know, we can see all these different things all around us. But I don't believe, I would argue, or I would like to put on the table that there are entities around us and they're sucking our life forces, man. And they're keeping us fat. They're keeping us. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm just spitballing all of this stuff. Do a lot of thought experiments and just wonder, with other lenses and other abilities, other technologies, what will we truly see? I don't know. Will we be able to see that cord coming right out of our subconscious, and its desire, and whatever parasites that are latching onto that, and we're just dragging along this heavy parasitical life force sucking entity that's that the powers that be have the helmet and they can see it and they know what they're doing, trying to get rid of us at 50 instead of 80, 90. So I think about that. I don't lose any sleep over it, but I definitely think about that. I think about and I question it all. That's not a sci-fi movie. That movie is a documentary. Nice one. Sorry I'm not reading these out loud. I'm not a good enough YouTuber guy. Finish my water. This is Corona Avenue. Where the hell did I go? That's just like, okay. Okay. Do I go right or do I go left? Left is east. I need to be going west. Yep, I can see the... Alright. This is Queens Boulevard, aka the Boulevard of Death. The Boulevard of Death. Why? Because so many seniors, they never make it across. So this is one of a very highly policed that's the Long Island Railroad right there. Yeah, that goes all the way to Long Island, Ronkonkoma. But they call this the train was empty. That was like so spooky. Yeah, because the people, the elderly that live here, just a very, very high elderly population. They weren't able to make it across. Cars were going like 40 miles an hour on this. And you only can go 25. So they really policed this big time to make sure you're only going 25. Yeah, I'm headed towards the Queen Center Mall. You're right. That's in front of me. Wait, no, that's behind me. That's behind me. Through prayer and fasting, prayer from the gut and the facts that the demons serve them out. Fasting is not just food; it's fasting things too. Ooh, got my brain tingling. Yo, it's funny you said that because today, last night I ate at 9 p.m. and like around 2 o'clock in the morning I was so hungry, but I fought it and for not eating. I was like, yo, I was feeling like really good, and then we were gonna go to Roof Chris for lunch just to get like a burger. And that fell through. That it took too long. The kids and Zoom and dealing with the whole. And then I had to get to work by 7. So it was a lot going on. So I wound up meeting up with the children at 9 o'clock at that restaurant downtown. We were the only ones there. So wifey came with the kids, and we had a great time. It was great, and they ended up getting ice cream, so they were so happy. But I was thinking that if I didn't meet up with wifey, maybe I don't eat today. Like, just go 24 hours instead of, because I was supposed to eat something like at 1 o'clock. I was already at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I mean, we're talking about 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So, yo, that was like, I didn't eat till, no, that's good. That was 24 hours I went without eating. Like 23 hours I went. I just realized that. Huh. So I did like almost a whole day. Yeah, but I was thinking I need to do like every other day fasting or something for a little while. Try that out. But I like what you said. It's like, like I'm talking about these proverbial entities that could be feeding off of us, and like, because a lot of times I'm like, yo, I'm not myself anymore. And I attribute it to being fat, I'm not doing as much as I'm not doing as much as I need to be doing. There's stuff that I would like to be doing that I just don't really have the energy or the desire for, and it's not like me. I'm so energetic. I'm always so busy and creative with my hands, and that has stopped. Not to a complete halt, but enough to make me, step up my game. So just you saying that fasting is like, it's really giving me a new perspective on that. Like, if I can just, beat this proverbial energy, life force sucking thing that's, sucking the energy out of me, that maybe fasting is something I need to really seriously consider. Huh. Yeah, man. We're going to take the Tri-Bell Bridge. I'm going home. I'm going to bed. You are appreciated. We'll go over the bridge. Come on, we'll do a couple of bridges today. I'm going 49 miles an hour in a 45. I just dropped it to 43, 44. Back up to 51. Let me slow down. 45 in a 45. We're coming up to the retinal scans. Right above us, right at 12 o'clock. This is the Tri-Borough Bridge. Even though they might have changed it to RFK. Talk to us. Okay. Always be the Tri-Borough to me. Yeah, I find it difficult to say RFK, honestly. Yay, you're back. Manhattan to the right, Bronx to the left. We're going to the Bronx because we did Manhattan already, Brooklyn, Queens, might as well do the Bronx. So that's 4 out of the 5 boroughs we've done. Sorry about that. I just got 2 cash apps, one for $15 and one for $10. So you are appreciated. I couldn't really see the names. It was, too much going on with the car and having to click off of my live, so that was weird. So to everyone who's hit the cash app, you are appreciated. You know who you are. And it's $, capital E-L-I. Capital E-L-V-I-S. I'm tired. Capital R-O-S-E-N-B-E-R-G. So it's capital E and then capital R, one word, Elvis Rosenberg. $, Elvis Rosenberg. We are in the Bronx. You are appreciated. Wow, there's usually trucks on to the left of me. There's usually just like non-stop trucks all night long. Wow. So bizarre. And this is a new building they just put up and they added these lights. I think it looks kind of cool. I gotta do a video where I'll do all the bridges, from Jersey to New York. Hit the Tappan Zee Bridge, hit the Bear Mountain Bridge, hit the George Washington Bridge, hit all the bridges. It might take like 6 hours. It'll be one big live. If I was a better YouTuber, I can just edit it and, I'm gonna take the left turn here and get back into Harlem. This is the 138th Street Bridge. And there's a lot of bridges. There's the 138th, the 125th. I think that's the Willis Avenue Bridge, the 3rd Avenue Bridge, 138th Street Bridge, 145th Street Bridge, 155th Street Bridge. Then you got the 230th Street Bridge. Well, we could do it in one day. It'll be fun. Hit all the bridges. Yo, he said there's nobody begging for change. Damn. What the hell? That is a good point. What? Thank you. Somebody could read the Matrix code. I can see that. Right? Wasn't I supposed to be bombarded with people right there? Wow, what happened? That is so bizarre. Back in going 52 and a 50. That's the water tower bridge from this used to come from the Adirondacks like 100 years ago. We got all our water down, came through. There was like a big pipe inside of this bridge here, and it fed the Bronx, and it fed Upper Manhattan. And now the reservoir that kept that water York, or from the Adirondacks, they're now the pool, and they call it High Bridge Pool. So, and it's beautiful. They just refurbished it. That's why the lights were on, looking so beautiful. And this is a hotel that's opening up here. This is a hotel that they're building here. Yeah, and they're like some sort of Swedish company. Well, I'm home. You are appreciated. Thank you for spending some time with me, listening to me talk about, things that are outside the box, and you are appreciated for that. Elvis, get it back and take notes. Look up the comment, cocktail, and post early. Trade your daily red pill to the life pack age icon. Oops, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Drop me off on 138th and Broadway, please. Okay, that's cool. You guys are respected and appreciated, and the cash apps are greatly appreciated. It makes you, it feels good to, to get the value for value going, where a person sees the value and they pass that along. So you are appreciated. Boom.